Traditional radiation therapy attacks more than cancer. Because surrounding healthy tissue gets hit too, treatment-related side effects have become just another challenge for cancer patients. Fortunately, newer, more precise technology is now available. It's called tomotherapy. Using advanced imaging and radiation delivery capabilities, tomotherapy targets cancer like never before. Learn more about today's cancer treatment options at Gamma West Cancer Services in St. George, Utah.
We do an annual spring Wildland engine workshop every year. We do a pre-season to kind of knock the dust off and get everybody ready for the upcoming fire season. And we always prepare for the worst type of scenarios. Hopefully they don't occur, but if they do, then the fire departments are prepared for it. And it helps get everybody on the same page. We have approximately 18 fire stations in Washington County. Most of them participate. We set up 4 stations this year. One is a sand table exercise, and our focus this year is on lookouts, communications, and escape routes, and we use the acronym LCES, and then also tactics, so that everybody's familiar with the type of tactics that we use and that we communicate that. This station here is mobile attack, so we're going teaching them the basic principles of mobile attack, how they need to do it, what they need to watch for, and how to do it safely. One of the other stations is hose lays and hose packs, and how they can do that efficiently to be able to get a lot more hose out there and extend their water out away from the trucks that they're using, and some different ways to do that. And then the 4th station is structure protection, and they're going over the things to look for around the structures, how to set up at the structure with their apparatus, how to put hoses around it, and what they need to do as far as foaming the houses, spraying water to keep fire off the houses.
Okay, this station is hose lays. We're just teaching the firefighters to be familiar with the way the hose packs need to be set up and the tools that need to be in them to make them effective and for the rapid deployment. One of the reasons that we do in this station is because a lot of times that we're hesitant as firefighters to pull them out because most of the work is putting them back together. Yes. Yeah, if you're hiking up a hill and stuff, you want water up there, then it's pretty important. And this is the way to do that. Like I was telling the guys, there's no one right way. There's a million ways to put the hose packs together. There's hundreds of commercial options. You can build them yourself, but whatever works for your department. There's no standard way to do it, but there should be standard equipment included in a hose pack.
We chose this.
You only do it once.
Only one time.
Got to see the water. So black hole, icy curbing.
What we've got going on here is we've got two sand table exercises. One is a scenario where we call in resources and we actually allow them to set up the incident itself, the LCES, which is what this part of the academy is about LCES. They'll set it up, they'll run the scenario, we'll go through and throw them curveballs along the way. Kind of getting them used to learning how to use their IRPG, knowing where to look up information, so they can follow the briefing, so they get all the information they need to have in their briefing.
That way they're not directly right next to the truck. They're a little bit of, and that really is going to depend on how you want to knock the fire in.
Do they need to leave? Do they need to evacuate? This is our structural protection drill for wildland firefighters. We are covering how arriving fire departments should respond and how they should act and what measures they take to keep their safety, to keep the public safety, and to try to minimize the effects of the wildfire when it comes through this area. So today we have fire departments from most of Washington County coming in, and this is kind of the beginning of our wildland season. We're getting everybody up and working on the same page and here and trained up and working with each other. Well, the first thing you can do is get your house ready. If there's vegetation or debris outside or within about 30 feet of your house, you need to kind of pull it back, clean it up, do some spring cleaning, have a plan and prepare before the season gets severe. Get your important papers, keep your cars gassed up, basically kind of get yourself ready, especially if you live on what we call the wildland urban interface, where the desert vegetation meets your house.
Harmony, pretty much on a regular basis.
Yeah, okay.
They've been up to a few fires up there.
We've been down here.
Problem.
Okay.
We're not going to make a problem.
Well, I've always wanted to help people out, and I think with Wildland Fire and stuff like that, it's always a good cause to try and help the public out. But more or less, I mean, it's kind of in my family. I've got family and relatives all throughout southern Utah and northern Utah that have kind of dabbled in and out of being in fire departments and public safety. I'm sure they're always looking for volunteers and all that. It's more or less just being safe and making sure that everyone gets home. So.